It was a late Saturday night in Hockley County. Highway 116, which is now Highway 114, was dark and very few cars were on the road. All agree it was cloudy and there could have been a light mist in the air. The first experience happened about 11 o'clock and would be followed by several other sightings over the next 2.5 hours. The calls that came into the police department that night described a similar event witnessed by motorists in Hockley County. A large bright object appeared to hover above several different roads, causing cars to lose power and shut off. It was described as egg or oval shaped by some, and torpedo or rocket shaped by others. All reported the object was a very bright orange to blue to green color. Some described like a fireball. One witness said it made a thundering or rumbling sound, and the object was giving off heat.
I wanted to know, see what was it, and the way that light was to me. I mean, I know there was something there. You know, it was something behind the light.
What makes this case so unique and believable is that this was witnessed by multiple people in different parts of Hockley County in nearly a 3-hour period. One of those witnesses was 30-year-old Pedro Salcedo. He was driving 4 miles west down this road near Levelland, accompanied by his friend Joe Salas. He's only spoken on camera one time, but he still remembers it many years later.
And I hit the ground, man. I said, hey, something's going on in here. So, you know, I hit the ground, you know. Because after it got almost top of the truck, that's when our truck started shaking, you know. And a lot of, like a hard rumbling, you know, wind.
Pedro Salcedo was in his truck heading toward Whiteface on Highway 114 when he says a large bright object hovered above the road in front of him, causing his engine and lights to shut off.
Our lights went out more bad. I pulled off the road. And I got in front of the truck, you know, looking to the object, you know. It was a big, bright light. I mean, you can hardly stand it by looking at it. When I hit the ground, and that thing was already going off past my truck, there was a lot of heat, you know. I felt the heat. And I got scared then, and just said, I wonder what the heck it is.
Salcedo says when the object left, he looked over at his friend Joe, who appeared to be in shock.
We were just sitting up there with big eyes, man. Man, he was standing up there, hey, Joe, what's the matter with you? Wake up, man. And all of a sudden, you know, he came to, you know. And the first thing he says, what was it, Pete? What was it? It's too hot.
And there were 6 other witnesses who reported a similar experience that night. Jim Wheeler told authorities he was driving just north of Levelland when he saw a large egg-shaped bright object sitting in the middle of the road. And then his car stalled. When it left, his car started back up. About midnight, just west of Smyre, Texas Tech freshman Newell Wright was driving to Levelland when he says he witnessed a ball of light and then his engine and lights shut off. James Long was a truck driver from Waco and traveling down Oklahoma Flats Road, just northwest of Levelland, when he tells police he saw a bright oval object on the road. He said he got out to investigate and it rose up off the road and quickly took off with a thundering sound. Ronald Martin was driving his truck down Highway 114 when he reported a large bluish-green fireball on the highway about 5 miles west of Levelland. He also says his radio and engine died. 2 more motorists reported an event similar to Salcedo's.
I got on the phone. I had the phone from the sheriff's office, and I told him what happened. And he didn't. It seemed to me like he didn't believe it or something. You know what I mean? He said, "Certainly, Carlos, maybe you might not believe me, but I'm telling you exactly what I saw."
Levelland police reported a total of 15 phone calls directly related to the bright object that night. Even Hockley County Sheriff Ware Clem says he witnessed a bright oval-shaped light about 300 yards ahead of him when he went out to investigate just northwest of Levelland. 2 days after the sighting, the Air Force sent an investigator to Levelland to interview witnesses. Of the 7 witnesses who reported vehicle interference, the investigator spoke with 3 of them. In the report, the government investigation concluded with several possible explanations. A weather phenomenon like St. Elmo's fire, which is created by an electrical discharge in the atmosphere, a reflection of burning gas from low cloud cover, or an extremely rare weather event known as ball lightning. Experts say ball lightning is usually a lot smaller than the objects witnessed in Hockley County, and there had been no evidence that ball lightning could produce energy to shut off vehicles. Dr. Eric Bruning is a Texas Tech professor who has studied the relationships of storm electrification and the effects of electrical energy. He says scientists are still learning about ball lightning because it's so rare. But he says ball lightning could very well have enough power to shut off a car or two.
I wouldn't be surprised to see electrical effects on vehicles or on like a radio system or something like that. One of the primary ways we detect lightning, in fact, is with radio signal.
But in regards to the described size of the ball of light, he says that is unexplainable and doesn't match up with ball lightning.
The size of ball lightning tends to be, on the smaller end. Reports from, basketball size up to, maybe a few feet in size. So these eyewitness reports of a 200-foot long thing are intriguing. It's possible that, this was a particularly unusually large form of ball lightning. Also, when you have eyewitness reports, it's possible that, folks have exaggerated what they've seen so much because they're seeing something unusual, and like any ordinary human being, you're going to be shocked by that.
What is certain and that all can agree on is something unusual happened on the rural roads of Hockley County 60 years ago tonight. Was it a weather phenomenon? Was it a government experimental aircraft? Or was it an object visiting from outside our planet? The mystery and the legend will be debated for years to come. Reporting in Hockley County, I'm Hannah Rucker, KLBK News.